All right, Mylene, so today we're going to go ahead and get a few body composition measurements by doing a 3-site skin fold test. We're also going to use the tape measure to get a hip to waist ratio. And one more measurement we're going to do is we're going to do your blood pressure.
Okay.
But we're going to go ahead and start out with the 3-site skin fold test. It's going to be measuring the skin fold from the middle part of your tricep, a midpoint of your hip, and the midpoint of your thigh.
Okay.
Are you comfortable with me getting a skin fold reading underneath your shirt for your hip?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm going to do it from a kneeling position too. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, perfect. This will go smoothly. Okay, so we're going to start with the 3-site skin fold test. If you can do me a favor, just stand right here and go ahead and curl up to 90 degrees for me. And I'm going to use this tape measure here to find the midpoint of your tricep. I'm going to be measuring from the acromion process down to the olecron process, which is just a super fancy way of saying from shoulder to elbow. All right, once I got my midpoint here, set this down and we can begin the skin fold test. Let me know if at any point you're feeling too much discomfort. Got it? Okay, I'm going to go ahead, if you could, just lift up your shirt a little bit and just point to the top of your hip. Okay, perfect. If you don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and get the reading. Perfect. Okay, again, if you don't mind me touching your hip, I'm just going to kind of get that reference point, the midpoint between your hip and your knee for your thigh reading there. Actually, if you could do me a favor, go ahead and cross this leg. Very good, so that way it's relaxed. And I'm going to go ahead and find that midpoint. And then now, okay, very good. Now we're going to get that reading. Very good. Okay, we're going to go through that process 3 more times, just so we make sure that we have an accurate assessment. And then we're going to move on to your hip to waist ratio.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. All right, Mylene, so now we're going to move on to our next body composition assessment, which is going to be your waist to hip ratio. And all that is a measure of the smallest part of your waist to the maximal extension of your gluteus around your hip. We'll put that together and kind of see where you fall in the norms and where you want to be, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
Okay, so if you could just stand facing this way, please. Just find the smallest part of your waist for me.
Here.
Okay, perfect. All right, I'm going to start this right here. I need you to hold that in place, and I'm just going to walk this around you, okay? I'm just going to make sure that it's level. All right, very good, I got it. Nice and level. Very nice, 68. Okay. Now listen, I'll walk it back around you. Okay, so now we're going to find your hip measurements. All right, so we're just finding that point in your hip, which is the maximum point of your extension for the gluteus. Right about there. Okay. Again, if you could, hold this in place. Okay, right there's perfect. I'm just going to walk it around you again, making sure that it's perfectly level. All right, very good, I have it. All right, 96. 96. Okay, can you hold it there? I'm going to walk it back around. Okay, again, we're going to do this 2 or 3 more times just to make sure that we're getting an accurate reading, and then we can move on to your blood pressure.
Okay.
Perfect. Assessment, we're going to get your resting blood pressure. Are you comfortable with using the cuff meter for getting your blood pressure?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Can you go ahead and place your arm right here? Thank you. I'm just going to make sure that this is surrounding your brachial artery right here. Is that nice and comfortable for you? Not too tight?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, let me find this. All right, 106/74. Very nice. All right, thank you very much. We'll do this a couple more times just to make sure we're getting an accurate reading, but that's perfect.
All right.
All right, thank you.